keep an eye on the stacks too, right? Like the
Yeah.
Clockwork is able to just like make sure that you know, like, oh, how many stacks are in there right now, and then you go for that active mid hero that you want to pair with the Broodmother anyway, to try and invade in there. Is they're gonna grab themselves the Dark Willow, very heavy magic damage position 4. Doesn't feel particularly good versus Broodmother though.
Not, but it does hurt the mobility with the brambles, which is always helpful. Broodmother likes to control an area, and you're controlling that area in reverse.
And maybe you hit the terrorize. You know, I mean, if you do, that's pretty brutal too. I feel like Brood's so fast that it's very difficult to do that in some situations.
There's nothing still to keep them all together, right?
Yeah, kind of interesting. Like, what makes for an easy AA shot right now? I feel like we're heading towards like a Chrono or something at this point.
What we are missing that we've had picked up in people have been watching all day will know that every single game so far has had a Winter Wyvern in it.
Right.
That's not even been banned yet or picked. Is it just not going to come up here? I mean, we've probably got both of our support duos.
Yeah.
I'm guessing AA might have been banned a few times too, perhaps. I feel like this year,
It was,
yeah, to me, definitely outshines Wyvern, so I get that. And then the Hoodwink is just, I don't know, it feels like some teams have been practicing this a lot in the position 5. To me, Effigy was the first time I really saw someone trying to like force it in the 5 role. I felt like the 4 seemed a little bit stronger, like we saw in NA a lot of the time, but I'm a bit of a 5 believer now in the Hoodwink, especially when it's with a stronger laning hero like Luna.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage out there early. Like if Hoodwink gets a little Blightstone start, you got the Luna aura, and that's, I think, why we're seeing this DK get picked up. Somebody that they hope can stand and sort of just survive in that lane. But to be honest, I still think it's a lot of damage that comes out with just like casual right clicks, and you don't start with like a ton of armor with your passive. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about this Navi lane. If they end up on a bad start there and Luna starts getting a little bit out of control, I mean, I guess it still is a lot about the Brood. So maybe that's what Navi's goal is going to be, is just try and shut that down as much as possible. But I don't know. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not sure if I like the Navi draft so far.
Panning out the Naga Siren, I guess that's that clumping mechanism that we were talking about. Well, it's not a clumping mechanism, but AA.
Yeah, some actual setup though, right?
Yeah. Because right now it's only DK stun, right? This guy gets into a blink dagger, starts running around, dragon tailing people. Again, you could just see Navi try and tear him away in the lanes, and then like EXTREMUM here is just sort of going for that mid game team fighty stuff and trying to pressure things down with Broodmother once she gets 6.
It feels to me that Navi are worried about their lack of stuns, considering those 2 bans of Ember and Storm.
Yeah, 100%. And then now they're kind of pressured to pick up a Faceless Void, I feel, but it's also not feeling the best versus the lane. I mean, they've known this whole draft pretty much it's going to be a Broodmother +1. It's could be Broodmother Hoodwink, could be Broodmother Clock. I guess I was assuming it was a 5 Hoodwink, but with the laning setups now with the Luna, it could easily be the 5 Clock too. So it just kind of depends on what they feel is going to be the strongest. So, is there anything else that's even worth it? Like, I mean, do you just say like a Sven? Sven's not bad, actually. That'd be pretty legit.
I think
they don't like Terrorblade.
I was wondering about CK or something too. They definitely need like something that has a stun to set up, and that's a strong lane also. The thing with Void is I feel like that lane, I don't know if you can go for kill threat really on the Broodmother. It feels like she's just going to do whatever she wants.
Yeah, she'll just run away if you ever give her the cold feet. So, yeah, I definitely approve of the setup, the Wraith King, the CK, or the Sven. Ooh, that was a little bit different. That's interesting. Oh, God, instant pick. Oh, they're confident. I love the instant pick. That gives me great satisfaction.
Very, very exciting. That last pick, Leshrac. Guys, talk me through your favorite draft here. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, Lyrical, would you like to take it away, my friend, or shall I? Or
I like EXTREMUM. They're looking good. I think that this Lesh pick, like this hero to me, has just felt so unbelievably strong. They've got catch, they've got tower pushing, they've got late game. I think like all these things look really, really good. And I'm not sure what Navi excels at. Maybe they're just going to be better than them though. Like that's kind of what the whole ethos behind this team is, right? Like let's just take the best players and see if we can own with it. So maybe it'll work.
Better.
Who knows?
I've tried that so much in Dota and it never seems to work out for me, but I kind of agree. Like, I do like Extremum's draft overall. There's a lot of synergy here. I think they're taking some of their concepts that they previously used with the Broodmother and applying it now with the Celestrak and the Luna, right? Again, it's like 3 heroes that are pretty good at like appearing at that like early tower push and trying to really gain that map control. But NaVi, these are like style on you heroes, right? Templar Assassin, Monkey King, Dragon Knight a little bit out of the offlane because you're trying to make some moves. They just want to run you down and kind of bully you like 19 Secret, where they just like dive towers at 11 minutes into the game constantly. That's sort of what this feels like.
Okay, well, let's see if NaVi can style on Extremum or Extremum stability. We'll call the day. I'll hand it over to you guys, and I will disappear for the next half an hour.
I thought he was going to say, and I'm going to go away. It would have rhymed. It would have been perfect. But he's not started his rap career yet.
No,
I'm waiting on bated
on the
breath
album.
Absolutely. So we talked about the draft. We sort of spoke about this, like, I don't know, at least this is the way it feels to me, is like just this NaVi draft that feels like they're going to try and outclass them a little bit. Do you think the Brood has enough answers? Do you think that NaVi has addressed that enough?
I don't know. I think this Brood looks pretty good. I'm feeling all right this game. I'm the Broodmother player. I mean, sure, it was picked early, so the cores are all like fairly good for various reasons. Like Monkey King can like scout you and find you, right? You have some vision happening there. You're gonna have the vision of the TA traps around the map too if you don't spot those. So your ability to be sneaky is a little bit reduced. But
oh, here we go. There's a classic.
This is good. Oh yeah. Nice save though. I'm surprised
he knew how to
got it that early.
Ooh, important. Got to be careful here. Chew, break smoke, going up high ground. There's a lot of big old blast coming from the Monkey King, and Chew gonna be first blood as he gets ran down. V2 takes him down.
I'm just getting started.
Well done,
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I had to reconnect, so I was watching all of that through the program feed because I also had a bug, but now G also in some trouble. It's rare that you get a second kill out of this, but the boundless strike and then the stun, they're gonna find the finish. Another one.
Yes, as predicted, the styling begins here from NaVi, and they're not slowing down at all.
Oh, off to a hot start for sure. And it looks like Extremum might be able to get the. Oh my God, they're gonna get it.
They're styling. He's gonna throw the stun out. He's like, I'm not wasting mana on you.
Yeah.
All right. So now, some of you may be familiar with the North American legend that is 1437. Recently moved his way back to Canada. He brought out the position 4 Dragon Knight in the North American qualifiers. And one of the main reasons why it was so good is to just look at the level 1 value of Dragon Tail is kind of stupid. You know, it's 70 mana for a 2.5 second stun, and even does 70 damage. This thing's incredible. You know, you can just bully, set up easily for a Dark Willow. And I think G has to be a little bit cautious here, as he is indeed picking the position 5 Willow position 5 Hoodwink, because he does get a little bit of free damage there onto Roger.
Right.
That value
So these,
stun.
yeah, it's value. It's super value. You like to see it. That being said, the Lunar Blessing coming in with that Blightstone, this is like one of the most annoying heroes to have to deal with in the laning stage. At the very least, Ramses will be getting that Dragon Blood pretty soon to get that extra health regen and armor, but as you said, getting some good right clicks in there early on. But look at how much that normally tanky DK takes. As up top, we're seeing Chew and Blizzy trying to bully back V2 a little bit here. Get some pretty good damage onto him and forcing him all the way back through the trees and down to about a quarter HP. Not bad for the little bit of mana cost expended.
Yeah, and now those 2 kills came at a cost, right? Because he did have to have the Boundless Strike level 1, which is basically giving you 0 benefits here with an AA who's starting with the Chilling Touch. And I don't know. So what's our stun then? We got 1 second on the
down bottom. Ramses. Also, Nafri, they back away, getting low. Roger's still staying in the creep wave, but they have the salve up and then the walk away. Sorry, I thought they were going to get a kill there, but everybody's tanking.
That's so lie. And G-Man just gets salved up in the tree line, but still taking a lot of damage.
No backing down here. Drop the brambles. Right click comes through and now Nafri. He's gone too far.
Oh, the Fairy Fire!
Stays alive and salves up to boot. Pretty as can be. All right, yeah, NaVi just playing better.
Yeah, man, it was a good strategic decision.
Wow, that's wild. Okay, well, 4-0 start, not bad. How's mid looking at the very least? It does look like Lesh is getting a little bit of a lead here over no one.
Yeah, really good start considering no one got one of those first bloods, their second kill, I suppose. So, ooh, nice dodge there. At the same time in the bottom lane, we had a suicide from Roger, so nothing to see there. Just wants his health and mana back. Going for a 1-2-1 build on Melojoule, so any chance at a rotation to help, though? Not really.
Yeah, unlikely, at least in these early goings, I would imagine. Does have his bottle filled up. No one also got his done, so we just see the trade out pretty consistently. We'll see if he gets any extra damage, as there's a lot of spam coming out from these side blades on no one. Very annoying.
Speaking of which, because he's on that dire side, we might see some stacks made for no one on the early end here too by Roger, right? I feel like it's pretty easy when you're positioned 4 on the dire side. That, like a situation like this, if it's at that minute marker, Roger could just like sneak up there and grab a stack or two.
Right. Particularly now that Ramsey's already got the 2 points up in the Dragon Blood. It's going to be a lot harder for them to try and poke and prod and get those kills. But we'll have to keep their eyes on it, as Roger wants to make sure that they don't get any of these pulls off himself. Also, that other large camp was blocked out by the Radiant as well. So at least for the moment, yeah, he's going to get over there and get to the stack on Roger.
See life. Now the question is, can they go for a kill? They are trying to bully him because they know this is happening from their observer ward.
Ooh. Moving over, trying to secure the rune. And with Willow stopping down bottom, that's going to be no rune for the Lesh.
Yeah, Roger actually, I guess because they don't have a ward on that side of the river, so maybe they weren't exactly sure what Melojoule was doing. So he declined to go for the Ancient and the hard camp stack, and instead just went for the camp right to the rune. And he gets a courier snipe on the way through.
Nice quelling blade there by Ramses. That might have actually been a kill, but he cut the tree by G. And that keeps him alive. That was really nice.
I actually love playing versus Hoodwink. It's like one of the first few heroes, new heroes that I really enjoy playing against, because it feels really sick when you cut the tree.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good feels good moment, you know. More satisfying than clicking Techie's minds. Let's have more of this.
Exactly. Yeah, click it in a different way for sure. Ward placed down, meanwhile, by Chu over to the side. They're keeping an eye right now on these Ancients, seeing also about the observer ward, those placed in that area. They'll be able to go and contest if there's any backing out for farming. Haven't really talked that much about Blizzy yet on this Broodmother. 19-1 on CS. Does have level 4 though, so has been able to have a decent time so far. We'll have to wait for that big level 6 before the action really starts there, most likely.
Yeah, and quite the wave coming through as well. As they get the pressure down bottom, and man, that just might be a death on Nephris. That stick really helping though.
Chase down, right clicks, not quite enough. So they will be able to back out of there. All right, easy peasy.
Yeah, good amount of sustain. Gets a tango as well from G, so we'll start healing back up there, and Roger just gonna wander on back to do more stacks. How'd Blizzy do on that wave up top? Not very good. Jeez, only got like 2 CS there, so really starting to get bullied by V2 now that he's hit this level 5. He's not having a fun go.
It does feel like if they want to sort of actually get that pressure on with level 6, they're going to need to bring some more heroes over, most likely. Chu's only level 2 on this Clockwork also. They are stacking up the jungle a little bit here for either the Lesh or the Brood, depending upon which ones they want to do. As G down bottom going to make some more moves. They get the pull off. And, yeah, looks like he's going to be set and fine for the moment. But at least at the early goings, NaVi having a really good time of it. I really like their early game, the way that they've been able to play this, and it's mainly just been a bunch of outplays.
It's go time, though. Blizzy, you know, they're bringing up G. I feel like he's a little bit early, and they also have an OBS right now scouting out both supports as they try and pressure onto V-Tune. So even the Silken Bola won't be able to grab him.
That's the Bushwhack also. Yeah, and I mean, we'll see if he gets 6 off of this one right here. One last creep. Doesn't manage to get the deny, but he's still not 6.
They're trying to give him so much space. The sport's just like running away from the wave, trying to give him this XP. This timing is so crucial. It's harder when you try and force it like this rather than applying pressure somewhere else. And it seems like maybe that's what G's up to now. Because if you want to try and like force rotations back to the mid lane, that's going to open up the space that you need to actually get Blizzy that level 6, and then you can rotate in on that moment.
All right. Well, we'll see if they can make it happen. I mean, like you said, the timing of this is so crucial, and like you see all these heroes rotate up there, nothing gets done by it during that entire time period. NaVi has now expanded their lead to 3,000 gold, so you can kind of feel like the desperation that they have to try and get this play made, because it really needs to happen, and they're going to instead go down bottom, make a move. Meljul, see if they can make the play against Ramses, who is backing out now, but might be sticking around a bit too long.
Yeah, he had an obs, but they did smoke right through it. And they don't like it. They're not going in, and instead your mid laner is farming the small camp, so this is not a great feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Clockwork's courier ran through the ward. So,
Oh,
I think 100% knows he's lurking right there.
Jeez. Yeah,
Couriers,
this is...
people. You ever smoke with me and send your courier with you, like that's, whew, you're gonna get a tongue lashing. Gives them away all the time.
True. Well, this is a tough one now. NaVi definitely in a comfortable space. We're gonna see Blizzy just cut the wave continuously. I mean, at the same time, you know, you got this Luna. She's still getting like an okay amount of farm at this point. Still behind, definitely, but this is a hero that can catch back up. Although, I mean, I don't think that they're gonna be able to beat down Ramses. And now they're rotating for her. Oh God, this could be ugly.
Oh yeah, he's even like coming in a little bit too close too. The sports see them, they're like, oh, go, 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 go.
Yeah, they're running for him. Chase down,
Oh,
Dragon
man.
Tail back up in a second, but won't be able to
Yeah.
get in range.
He wasn't
bullet.
quite back for the Elder Dragon form too. Now he's gonna go for the instant TP to the top. All right, here we go. Monkey King has left. V-Tune recognized the danger that he was in. So are they just gonna straight up give this up? Because this would be huge for EXTREMUM.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they'll lose their own safe lane tower.
Right. Well, I mean, and for NaVi again, I think this is really good, right? Like you're looking at a situation now where you know EXTREMUM are strong. You know that they kind of want to fight with a couple of these heroes at the very least, and able to dodge away and kind of keep the game script going.
Yeah, now the entire game is going to center around that top jungle and the middle tower on the Dire side, because bottom is no longer really a place that you can play as EXTREMUM once you lose that safe lane tower. Those camps pretty much belong to the Templar Assassin, and they just added to her rotation when she's going through the jungle like that. So all their efforts will be focused on like trying to take over that whole middle section. And we're just going to see like giant clumps now with someone awkwardly trying to hold back the dead lane, and that's Chu right now as he still sits at level 3 at 10 minutes.
Dude, that is a rough life for a Clockwork. This man wants to be making some moves.
Vintage Clockwork right there.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. But I can't help but feel like right now EXTREMUM just getting out farmed around the map. They're getting all of these camps here, and you can see that like Brood's trying to take some of it away with Blizzy making these rotations in. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Maybe here they can make this go onto Ramses down bottom, looking for him, able to get the pullback, and with Hoodwink in the area, has that sharpshooter, easy kill.
That'll help, right? A little bit of break in there.
Yeah.
Not something you typically think about versus GK, but everything helps when you're trying to bring down one of these big heroes. So, will at least greatly help the damage coming out of the Edict whenever you can take away that armor. Their mid tower is almost at 100% HP right now, though. On the side of NaVi, they've been very diligent about keeping this up.
Well, being able to make that move, like you say, gives a little bit of breathing room now. Chu has level 6. He's been able to soak it down on that bottom lane for a little while. And we'll have to see where their next move takes them. I mean, do you think NaVi are under any pressure to like make stuff happen at all? Because it kind of feels like they're just comfy farming.
Yeah, I think they're just chilling. I think they have like later game answers to this Luna, because the Luna didn't get off to a crazy good start. She's just going to be like a middle of the pack core. And even if she gets the perfect like 10 minutes of farming, she'll probably just end up even or still slightly behind no one. So she's not going to be this big monster that has this like crazy early satanic that combined with big damage items that makes her hard to contest. And if they're going into that sort of like single core strat, you also have AA. So
Right.
yeah, you only got one stun, but as long as you hit the Ice Blast on the Luna, you're going to win the fight.
True. Yeah. And I mean, there's not really a great answer that you have right now on EXTREMUM, at least for like those later team fights, unless you itemize or you get the jump yourself, which is probably what Chu's going to be looking to do. Although, speaking of Chu, he might be in a little bit of a pickle there. He gets absolutely demolished by the combo. A little rough.
Yeah. No one. He's got some pretty serious damage now at this point. So
Yeah.
this tower, like with the Wukong's command, they're actually gonna try and contest this. There's no hook shot though, even when he's back up on the clockwork. This is one of these game-defining moments here if they feed too many kills on EXTREMUM.
Now the plus side, obviously no one doesn't have Blink Dagger yet, so their chase potential isn't the best in the world, but up towards the north, they're actually blinging in Blizzy right now and gonna just take him down. Roger finds that kill. Follow up, Hoodwink, Bushwhack off to the side. Roger not gonna be able to get the Terrorize onto Lesh. Melojul though, he's going in a bit too far, and the stun AA Blast combo takes him down perfectly, and now the Wukong's command, they destroy Luna. One by one. Oh no, Trent, you were right.
Is
they're
Roger winning though? Roger living? Roger,
I
go!
think he is. Unbelievable. Alive on almost nothing. He gets out of there. 4 dead. Oh man, NaVi are just very good at Dota. That's rough. Dang. Good stuff.
Yeah. They just couldn't really defend that tower. At least not the way they did it, unfortunately, with how Blizzy came through. That's certainly one of the downsides to the Broodmother, is that it's hard to make those rotations into other lanes when the enemy's able to get that big pressure. And all of that started just because your Clockwork, who finally got level 6, uses hookshot and just dies at a rune.
Right.
You know, and that's what gave this whole opportunity, because he's the hero that you could use. Like the way that they were pressuring by having the monkey just sit in the trees and no one just standing in the trees hitting the tower, Clockwork's the hero that can stop that, and Shu just wasn't available. So now we're into somewhat desperate smoke territory here.
Dude,
yeah,
this
works out for them.
I mean, we'll see. It's going to be scary here. Again, making that move a lot on cooldown. V-Tune?
They
Oh,
popped.
no. V-Tune just jumps away.
Yeah, that's Ward.
Oh, that is rough. All right, well, he got out of there. Can they take the mid tower? EXTREMUM, it feels like we've just sort of been talking about their trials and tribulations, because ain't a whole hell of a lot been going good.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ramsey's right with this Blink Dagger, and he's just going to get right into the thick of it here, I believe.
Jumps right away, stun, Blizzy in trouble, hookshot trying to interrupt, not going to be able to keep him alive, and in fact, Chuvaj is also going to go down. Melojul tries to back away, the break is there, they have another jump in a moment, no one looking for the Blink Dagger, as he does have the angle behind the tree, but still dead. Another one bites the dust. NaVi, I mean, it's 2-12, Trent. This is just like a demolition.
Yeah. Actually just playing a little bit too good right now. Good laning matchups. Address the Brood pretty quickly in the draft. All 3 of their cores have some options versus it, just like at least guaranteed stun, plus really tanky with the armor on the DK, the splash damage from the monkey and the Templar Assassin, thanks to like Boundless Strike and Side Blades, and just great ways to catch, frankly.
Oh, another blow up. Take down Blizzy there.
Can't underestimate the vision as well from the Ice Vortex. You know, talk about vision from the Flare, but that's a nice way to stop those sneaky Brood plays.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it just keeps on happening. I'm really impressed with Navi's understanding of like the way that this game needed to go for them. And at any point, if they want to now, you can probably just like walk into the Roche pit, but they're playing it safe, farming out, getting those item timings. You obviously don't want to drop down and you know, lose any games off of just being a little bit too impatient. So they're doing what they need to do.
They just needed a top DD there. Unfortunately, it's a regen. So
yeah.
No Roche yet. We'll try and get it at 18. You know, maybe they'll find something a little bit easier for them, or you know, could just buy this Deso that no one is farming towards. So, I mean, this game went a little bit off the rails once they missed a couple of those first smoke ganks on EXTREMUM. But as we all know, Dota is not over at this point. A 7K lead has been claimed many a time by the team who is in the deficit. So they need to find out with their heroes and the current map state, what can we do? What are our goals? I think with their wards, top is still a pretty good option. They have a lot of vision in this area still remaining. Going for a smoke gank or even just a solid group effort to try and get a pick for that tier 2 tower, it might be their best bet, but it has to be done very slowly.
Down bottom, they're trying to make a go there onto V-Tune. Meanwhile, Boundless Strike, the turnaround. Melojul again, gonna get caught. Can he get out of there? Does not quite look like it. Luna ulti afterwards, they do manage to get the kill onto Roger, so return kill. I mean, even losing your Lesh at this point, finding something is, you know, better than nothing, as Chu tries to walk away, Cogs down, keeping him alive. Are they going to let him go? Does not look like it, as another one drops. NaVi keeping that pressure on. EXTREMUM just not able to sync together perfectly.
Yeah, they're just doing such a good job of controlling the map and moving to where they think EXTREMUM want to play. Like, EXTREMUM bring a couple heroes through. They've had great vision on the side of NaVi between like the TA traps as well as the wards. Like, even now, a TA trap in behind this tower. Trying to see if GA makes any sort of a play, so or G rather, and they'll just get this tower and just go straight for the outpost after.
They need a GA this game, man.
They do. That would be really helpful for EXTREMUM, actually.
God, that's a dead hero. Anyways, Blizzy up top, still trying to get some pressure onto here. He does almost, I think that Orchid's coming out right now. Does that change anything for you? Like, is there anything you might be able to make happen once you actually get that item online?
Yeah, we got plays, right? We don't have a BKB yet. Oh no, not eligible.
Oh God.
Wow. We don't have dispels, so yeah, Orchid's good. V2's the only one, right? He's got the Manta, but no one will have some issues with that.
Okay.
Ramses as well before his BKB shows up, but staying positive here.
Right. You know, speaking of which, Ramses is like, I will say, look at these moves he makes. Like,
look at this top tower they're getting in this, right? This is space,
that's true.
right? Chu's dying for this tower pressure.
They're just following him. The Ghost Scepter can't stay alive. All right, that's
like a
value.
billion spiders on this tower right now.
If you can get the tier 2 tower, this is all value. I believe in you, Blizzy. That one really hurt. He claps about it.
Yeah, I've been clapping over that too.
It's too much damage.
Well, 45 last hits.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, 250 now. He's found a few spiders this game. That might have been like 20 right there, honestly. There were so many spiders on that tower.
Still, like, such little gold that it doesn't matter, but it feels good. That's what's important.
That's true. It's just padding the stats, right?
Exactly. All right, well, EXTREMUM, like you said, 7,000 gold leads have been come back from before, and every minute that the lead sort of stays constant, you're going to be able to keep on, you know, getting into that next set of items. There's a chance here that you can make something happen if they can catch somebody out of position. It's going to be the big if.
Massive if at this point, that is for sure. And they're not going to contest this Roche. I'm not sure if they know. They probably do. And they have a clockwork, so just have to meet them on the high ground.
True enough. I mean, this if they can pull somebody back over to here, like, this is the play for them, right? Like,
he's backdooring the mid tower with the spiders.
Yeah,
I like it. Is it really backdooring when it doesn't have backdoor protection? Kind of.
Yeah,
the wave. This is good.
Okay. Stopping the pressure.
They can't hit the tower. Yeah, nice, nice. Good stuff. There's a tier 1 still up top, so no one's only bounty will just be all your ancients instead of your tower.
You know, I actually really like this play because I feel like NaVi is the type of team that might just be like, all right, let's just go high ground and fight them. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's exactly what they're hoping for.
I think that they, like, NaVi, it's pretty clear NaVi know what's going on. Oh, yeah, they're just walking down mid. They're escorting the creep wave. This is good stuff from them.
And look at these guys in their, like, you know, normal play style. Just, like, going for objectives instead of going for stupid team fights.
I like it. It's the way you want to see it. It's the way to start a tournament. You know?
Good with the GD, that's for sure.
All right, the high ground defense. This is what it's all been waiting for now. Lesh does have that shard, so the secondary stun comes on out. Gets now onto V-Tone. Clockwork, Hogs pushes back. Good amount of damage. Ghost Scepter keeps them alive, and they take down the Monkey King. They will lose that Lesh, but in exchange for the Monkey, you take that every day of the week. Bushwhack goes out. Ramses, I mean, he's still a big tanky dragon. This guy, very hard to deal with. Oh, stun.
Another one.
Hoodwink. Oh my God, jeez, just gonna get exploded.
This DD, like, of all the times, you know, to just pop this thing out is just easy game secure. I don't really expect them to suffer through this much longer.
Jump forward, Terrorize comes out, connects onto 2. Poor old Luna back into a root, gonna drop now as a full lane of Rax is dead. They got the Monkey King, but the big dead TA is the real carry in this one.
Who got the kill on him anyway? Melojule did. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, when he was stuck in the cogs, yeah.
Right. It's been a rough game for the last track for sure. Whip him. That'll solve it. Ooh, Ramses. Getting down
Like,
low.
I was just holding his BKB.
He just didn't care.
Yeah. He's just like waiting to try and make a play so you can like BKB in turn.
Blink back and away. Can reset now if they want to. No BKB on TA. It looks like Navi, though, are going to take a chill pill, go grab themselves an outpost, and back to the races in a bit.
Yeah, I like EXTREMUM hanging in there. You know, they're just getting started for the day. So even if this game is most likely lost, we'll play it out, have some talks, think about next game perhaps.
True enough.
Boldly still try and win. That's also good.
Jumps up onto the high ground. Oh man, Ramses knew exactly where that brood was. It is, you know, he's played brood a time or two himself.
That's true. Yeah, he's in the mind of the brood player. You can see through all 8 eyes.
Are they canceling this blink dagger with the spiders? Was that what that was? That's nice. It's like, just stay up there a little bit longer. Don't come down. I don't want to see you anymore. So 14,000 gold lead right now, 4-22, as the tier 3 tower will be taken down here in just a moment. And they just jump in right on top of them, dead in a moment. They do a buyback on the Luna, but tier 3 tower is done. Second set of racks is going to go down here as well. BKB is worn off now for no one. So if they want to make a go of it, they can, but they find Melojule yet again. Dead, has buyback also. Can they get this commitment now? Chu, no Scepter wearing out, is starting to drop down low. They're going to find B2. No, they can't get him. The turnaround Boundless Strike, it's not enough. Mr. Roger came on in at the last second with that Terrorize, and they're going to find themselves another couple kills here. Ramses actually might be in a little bit more trouble. Have they stuck around too long? Stun comes out now. Melojule right on top of him. This was a buyback for him. Can't afford to die yet again. True, another Cogs catch. No one. Ghost Scepter on that Clockwork, not able to get the kill, but with Luna dead, another stun going down to Roger. All these brambles all over the place. No one's going to play cleanup. Jumps forward, looks for more. GG's going to be called. Navi take game number 1.
Oh,
very
man,
pretty.
Yeah, that's just that's kind of Dota that takes a lot of confidence to play, and sometimes those drafts don't work out too well. The one like that Navi had, where maybe you like lose a lane unexpectedly from a couple like mistakes on a first blood attempt or something. But when it's played properly, it's one of the most crushing forms of Dota. It's exactly how Secret dominated a lot through like the quarantine era of all those online tournaments. They used to pick strategies extremely similar to this with the Monkey King, and they would just start like running around the map and no cooldown gaming, right? That was basically the whole key to this success from Navi. The only cooldown they really cared about was Dragon Form. And half the time they didn't even care about that. You know, this is just we win one fight and we're just going to snowball until our heart's content.
Well, and I think that the like they didn't even care about the dragon form sometimes for like finding those little pickoffs. That's the other thing is like with this blink dagger so early on Ramses, it means that and AA combo together, you're just going to get a free kill because there's no save. There's like literally nothing you can do. You need those force staffs, you need other stuff, and none of these heroes like were willing or able to build that early on. So definitely a tough game for EXTREMUM. I'm not really sure what you changed going into game number 2. Like I like their draft. I don't know. Is there anything that sticks out to you?
Were a little bit rough. Like the 2 supports are weak in the laning stage overall. Like Clockwork and Hoodwink, you know, like there are just straight up better laning supports, and I think that you're gonna get outclassed in the lanes. And when you lose the lanes versus a team like Navi, they're all pretty big veterans, and they're being led by someone who is a very experienced captain. And those are the kind of players that are really, really good at punishing that early deficit that the enemy team has. Right? Like they had that lead so quick. And they did such a good job. Like that one kill in the Clockwork, it was like just a confirmed moment where they're like, okay, he's dead, go tower mid.
Right.
And then the whole game falls apart.
Totally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in just a little bit with some more Dota 2 action. But for now, we're going to go to a quick break. When we get back, we're going to bring on Dan again. He's going to help us break down all the action. See you then.